Hello, it's Mark from Enchantment of Eternity here. Now, for those of you who know or familiar with my channel, I review episodes of Star Trek. I've been reviewing random episodes from all 5 Star Trek series for the past, I want to say 3 years, maybe it was 2.5, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, a while ago, I made a video. I decided that I'd do episodes rather than picking them myself. I would let you, the viewer, choose them. And you just, make a comment in the video and say, I want you to review this episode, and I go review it. Problem with that is I made a rule that only 1 episode per person, because otherwise I don't want someone to list off 10 episodes and then I'm flooded with all these reviews I have to do. It's be crazy. So I made this method that 1 episode per person. Now I haven't actually gotten any reviews in a while, any requests. So I'm actually deciding I'm going to change the way I do that from now on. And decided I'm going to do a different method, which I'm really excited about. So any Game of Thrones fans out there, I've been watching this YouTube channel that's just called Steve. That's about this guy who reviews episodes of Game of Thrones, or rather he tries to understand. It says, I try to understand, because he's never seen Game of Thrones before, and then he starts watching it completely out of order, and he has no idea what he's doing. But anyway, how that's relevant, because I want to give him some credit, because I kind of lift this idea from him, because at the end of each of his videos, he'll select 5 different random episodes of Game of Thrones, and he'll put up a poll, and people will choose which one he wants him to do next. And that's what I think I'm going to do with my Star Trek episode reviews from now on. So I'm going to take the request to review and the comments off the table, and instead I'm going to do polls, because that way people who are familiar with my channel, won't be, who are regular viewers, I won't punish them, because you can only request once. That way you can participate each time to help choose which Star Trek episode I want to review. So I'm going to do, I'll start today. In this video, of course, it won't be, live, although I think there's only 3 of you watching live, because I'm doing this at a weird time. But after the live video finish streaming, I'll put up a poll, which should show up in the little corner there, or maybe it's there. I don't know. This thing mirrors weird. Donna cracking loose. Yike, it's super early. Woke up to saw this. Thought I'd say, hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's actually 12:30 midnight for me here in New Zealand. I just got off work, so that's why I'm doing it this weird time. I was going to do it before I went to work, but I didn't have time. So yeah, weird time zone, different things. Yeah, but anyway, so so I'm going to put on a poll up there in the little corner, and so I'll choose 5, and so I'll do it in this video, but from now on, each time I do a Star Trek episode review, I will do it at the end of that review. I'll put a poll up, and I'll tell you when I'm scheduled to do my next review. Sometimes it'll be 2 or 3 weeks, so the poll will go for 3 or 4 weeks or whatever. DJ says, good morning, EOE. On my way to work. Hopefully I can catch you live before I go, and if not, I will check you later. Yeah, no, all good. This is just going to be a real quick video anyways. Yeah, it's almost 7 a.m. here. Carry on. Good to see you, Don. Anyway, yeah, cool. So, yeah, well, let's get into it. So with the poll, I'm going to do 5 choices, 1 from each series, because I don't count the animated series. I never really have. CBS is trying to say it's canon just because they own the rights and they want more people to watch it, but I don't know. I never. And Discovery I'm doing weekly reviews for that anyway, so we don't need to count that. So original series, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise. I'm going to choose 1 episode at random while I'm doing the video. For now it'll be live, but usually it will be during the review, but I'll do it while I make the review, so I won't know beforehand what the choices are. And yeah, so Okay, so let's get to it then. Let me choose. There's this cool website that I found, which is called Random Episode Generator, which you put in the show that you want, and you just press it, and it will randomly choose an episode. It has the original series, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager, but it doesn't have Enterprise. So I'm going to have to do something low tech for Enterprise because I want an Enterprise choice as well. So let me see. It's been a while since I did this Google Hangout thingy. Oh, do they not have the screen share option? Oh, no, here we go. Screen share. There we go. Okie doke. So that's the random episode generator. We'll start with the original series. And here we go. What's going to be the choice for the original series? The Cobra Knight Maneuver. Okay, so that's your original series option. I'll put that up there. Cobra Knight Maneuver. It's episode. It says episode 11. I think it was the 11th episode to air, but I think it was actually the second one that they made after Where No Man Has Gone Before. It says, after the Enterprise is forced to destroy a dangerous marker buoy, a gigantic alien ship arrives to capture and condemn the crew as trespassers. Okay, so that's our original series choice. Let's go with Next Generation. What's going to be the Next Generation choice? Well, it's kind of messed up for Next Generation, but Phantasms. That's an episode, like, I sort of had a disagreement with my brother because he didn't like it, and I actually always liked this episode, personally. So it says, it's a season 7, episode 6. Data deals with his new ability to experience nightmares as the Enterprise deals with the installation of a new warp core that won't work as expected. So that's your Next Generation choice. It's a strange choice. Just know that I like that episode more than most. Deep Space Nine. Okay, what's going to be our Deep Space Nine choice? Q-less. All right. You hear that? So that should tell you how I feel about it. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not as bad as like the Q and the Gray or Q2 from Voyager, but Q's always better in Next Generation. The only exception is Death Wish on Voyager. This is kind of like Deep Space Nine was trying to find its footing and is still relying too heavily on Next Generation characters. It wasn't a horrible episode, but that's your Deep Space Nine option. Okay, so now we go to Voyager. It's Displaced, season 3, episode 24. Yeah, so actually that was I talked about this a bit in my season 3 Voyager review. I kind of like this episode. I think it was pretty good, not great. But yeah, if you want me to review that, it says Voyager's crew is being replaced by strangers one by one. The replacements don't know why they're there. So that's Displaced. Okay, so now we got to do a low-tech random number generator for Enterprise. Okay, so 1 through 4. Choose which season we go. Season 2. Oh, great. Oh, great. Season 2 of Enterprise. And no, not 42. 24. Okay. Okay, so season 2, episode 20. Let's go to IMDb. Season 2. See, the other thing is much cooler than this one. Episode 20 is Horizon. Oh, that's a boring. Well, I can say boring, but pretty much every episode of season 2's Enterprise is boring. Horizon it's not a horrible episode, I guess. It's kind of bland like most Enterprise episodes are, especially in season 2. About Merryweather temporarily leaves the Enterprise to visit the cargo ship Horizon, where he grew up as a child. Meanwhile, sorry. If you want to choose that episode, you can. Okay, let's take this. Stop the screen share. Right. Let's see if there's any activity in the chats. Oh, Cardinal Doomsday says hello. Hello. How are you doing? I'm doing very good. Sell your peptide cake. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah, bummer season 2. Absolutely. Okay, so those are your 5 picks. I will do a review next week, I believe, a week from now, and like a day or two before I make the review, I'll close the poll and decide. So maybe it will shift when I've already made my decision, but oh well. So even if there's I don't get much participation in the poll, even if it's like 3 or 4 people, then I will just pick the one that gets the most votes out of the 3 or 4 people. In fact, even if it's just one person, I will do the review that one person wants to do. But hopefully I will get a bit more participation in that. But even if I don't care. I'll still, from now on, so the episode review request is out permanently. I'm going to do the polls from now on, which will be at the end of my latest episode review from now on after this video. For this video will be here. I do have one episode request pending. That's for Endgame. If you're familiar with my channel, you know, I mean, I almost feel like I did a review for that already because I talked about that so many times, numerous times, but I never actually did a review. So I want to do something special for my final episode request, especially since it's Endgame. So I'm actually postponing. I requested it like almost a month ago, and I've been postponing it because I want to do something special. I'm going to do like an hour-long plus video essay where I'm just going to completely delve into Endgame. I'm going to do it without any sort of yelling or hyperbole. I'll try to analyze it, you know, logically, and why that episode is so terrible. So that's what I had planned for Endgame, but that will be my last sort of request that I take from now on. If anyone requests an episode, I will refer them to the poll. So yes, absolutely. That's what you get from being up at midnight. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, as I said, just got off work. So I usually get off work at this time anyway. Yeah, Endgame, rip it to pieces. You know I will. No. So anyway, yeah, that's really all I have to say. Once I put the once this live stream is over, I'll put the poll up so you guys can vote. Or maybe it's there. I don't know. I'll find out. It's like the mirror. I don't know. Whatever. And yeah, and then next week, 1 week from now, I'll pick the winner and I'll review it. So yeah, sure. I remember the options. What were the options again? Original series is Copenhagen Maneuver. Next Generation is Phantasms. Deep Space Nine is Q-less. Voyager. Can't even remember what Voyager was. Oh, it was Displaced. Displaced and Enterprise's Horizon. Anyway, so those are 5 options. I'll put them up in the poll and vote. And after I do that review, I'll put up another poll. Not do this every time I do an episode review. So that's what I'll choose them from now on. Cool. Anyway, that's me. I'm out. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Anyone who joined in at this strange hour, the hour of the wolf, as they say, and anyone else watching this beforehand. JWS asks, have you watched Star Trek Continues? I have not, actually. I've watched some of the other Star Trek non-canon web series stuff, and I wasn't a huge fan. So I never actually got around to that, but that's just me. Colonel Doomsday says, I can't remember Displaced. Yeah, I actually said the same thing in my season 3 review, that I totally forgot that episode existed when I watched it again, and I was like, oh wow, that episode is, you know, people disappear from Voyager and these weird aliens replace them one at a time. That was actually a pretty good episode. Anyway, actually, I said the Hour of the Wolf was a Game of Thrones reference. Actually, I think I didn't realize they said it in Babylon 5 as well. Because the Hour of the Wolf, that's something Tyrion said to Lancel when he was like, oh, so what are you doing in my sister's bedroom in the Hour of the Wolf? Which is weird. I don't really know. Anyway, enough rambling, enough stuff. Whatever. Probably won't be able to sleep because I'm too jacked up with caffeine. But anyway, in the stream now, I'm vote in the poll, and I'll do whichever one wins. Oh, and I don't know, have I said this yet? Any ties, I will be the tiebreaker. I reserve the right to be the tiebreaker. So I'm not going to choose unless it's a tie, then I will break the tie myself. So, yeah, I reserve that right. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and participating and everything like this. And we'll see you next time.